Hi, I'm Matt from eSpares. In this video, I'll be showing you how to change a belt tension pulley on a Zanussi Tumble Dryer. If your pulley has failed on your tumble dryer, the machine may become noisy and it may cause the belt to slip off, so you'll need to replace it. Safety first, always unplug an appliance before carrying out any work. The next thing I need to do is to remove the top of the appliance by undoing these two screws at the back. With the top removed, I now need to remove this side panel by undoing these 4 screws at the back and also one at the top which keeps the side in place. Now careful with the screw on the inside of the machine, that when you loosen it you don't lose either the screw or the screwdriver inside the machine. With the final screw removed, you can then lift up and remove the side panel. With the side panel removed, here we can see the pulley inside that we'll be replacing. To access the pulley, I first need to remove the fan cover by undoing this screw at the bottom. With the screw removed, the fan cover can be unclipped at the bottom before you lift it out. Now we're also going to have to remove the fan itself, so you need to use a socket set to attach to the nut inside the fan whilst you turn the fan to undo the nut itself. You can rest the socket set against the fan cover to help you undo the nut. When the nut is almost loose, you can then use your fingertips to undo it, and also the washers behind. And then you need to remove the fan itself. These can be slightly stiff, so it's a good idea to get a flat-headed screwdriver, put it at the back of the fan, then you can give it a little knock to help you remove the fan from the spool, like so. The next thing I need to do after removing the fan is to release the tension in the belt so I can access the pulley and remove it. So I'm just going to unplug the motor and then remove this spring so I can turn the motor. With the spring off the motor, I can push the motor back a touch, which gives us a lot less tension on the belt. And it's a good idea to pull the pulley as near to the motor as possible, push the belt into that gap. You can then easily work the belt off the pulley and the shaft itself. Once the belt is removed, you can then tilt the motor towards you, which means that the pulley easily slides off its shaft. You can get the new pulley, put that into place and re-tilt the motor back. You can then refit the belt. So put it to the side of the pulley and then offer it to the end of the shaft, the motor shaft, making sure that the belt is as flat as possible. Reattach it over the front of the pulley. Once it's in place, you can then spin the belt to get it in place on the motor shaft. With the belt in place, you can then re-tension the motor and the belt, and then reattach your spring. With the motor now in place with the spring, reattach your electrical connections. And then what you need to do is to make sure that the grooves on the belt line up with the grooves on the motor shaft here, and it's best if the belt is in the center of those. So you can just give it a little spin to get your belt perfectly in place on the shaft. It's worth pointing out that the fan has a flat side where it meets up with the shaft. You can see the flat side of the shaft there. So make sure that they're in line, which will make reattaching the fan a lot easier. With the washers in place, it's a good idea to drop the nut into the ratchet. You can then place that over the edge of the shaft and use the fan itself to tighten it up. The nut is nice and tight on the fan, so now I can put my fan cover in place. What I'm going to do is clip the top two clips into place first and then hinge it into position. With the fan cover in place, I can re-screw it into position. With the fan cover in place, I can now refit the side and top panels. With these side panels, it's a good idea to put the base in first, get that into position, rest your foot so it holds the panel in place, and then you can work the rest of it into position. Before refitting the screws. So there we have it, one new belt tension pulley fitted to this Zanussi Tumble Dryer. Remember, spares and accessories for all the appliances around your home can be found on the eSpares website. Thanks for watching.